Bang, bang, bang. What's happening? This shit fucking peoples. It's Blaze.
And you got Steph.
And it's the motherfucking Noinvitepodcast. And Steph's laughing at me right now. You know where I got my bang, bang from, right?
No, where?
Well, it's cause like when I was doing episodes of the No Invite before, I would always be like, "What's up? It's your boy." And I felt like that was a real generic term that hella people use on their personalities and shit. So I'm like, fuck, man, I need to come up with something different, you know, something that I ain't heard. And I think, I'm not quite sure if it was on my mind because I had seen it earlier that week or it was on around the time I was doing these podcasts. But remember Pops from Friday? I was telling you that. I was like, yo, you know, Pops from Friday, like bang, 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 bang. So I was like, yeah, that's my new shit right there.
And you know what though? Like when I heard it, like I was like, dang, it feels like I've either heard this before or it just you came up with it so organically that it just sounds like it's already supposed to be a big thing.
My dear,
you get what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you heard the bang, bang, bang somewhere before.
Well,
do I have to tell you why Pop says bang, 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 bang? Because once you do, you'll know why it's so familiar. You know what I'm saying? We were hearing the bang, bang, bang before we were born.
Jesus Christ.
What's happening, y'all? We back, and it's the motherfucking another episode. We're rocking and rolling like we always do. It is, I think, episode 7 or 8, some shit. I think 8. Because
we are on 8.
We're on 8 right now. So look,
8
we are
is the number of infinity.
We are definitely having some consistency, which is something that prior to the relaunch we did not have, and I'd like to thank Steph and Patty for the help on that, because Patty made it abundantly clear that this is me and only me by myself doing this shit earlier. So, you know, I'm gonna do my part and make sure that I bring the group together and not be divisive, you know, and make sure that I let everybody know that
it's a group effort, people. It's a group effort.
It don't matter. I can't be responsible for what you understand.
Exactly. Take responsibility for yourself.
Exactly, Patty. Take some of your own advice. Take responsibility for yourself. Understand yourself. Know yourself, Patty. Look in the mirror.
Isn't it great? It's been 2 months, 8 consecutive weeks. It's great. All this teamwork, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
See, and when you put all this teamwork and effort into something and shit, when we blow up and who knows how long or when, you'll see how teamwork pays off.
You'll see when you see us out there stunting in the podcast whips. Mm-hmm. You know, when you see me and you see me pull up and jump out in that shit that the podcast paid for. You know what I mean? Then you know when I act like a total dickhead and I act like I don't know you. Because I plan to blow up.
Everybody understands this is why I react to him in this way.
When I blow up and I forget that I know all you niggas.
I have to fight fire with fire, so.
Just know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I try to be there for y'all when I was nothing. And you turned me down. So when I see y'all, I'm going to turn all the way up. Jumping out in my podcast whip. No invite, ho.
It's going to be the shit with the microphone.
I'm going to be getting podcast head.
Have radio waves.
I'm going to be getting podcast throat.
Oh my Lord.
Bitches is gonna give me sex just based off my voice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
I like you got a 1-800.
I'm finna be slapping dick on all kinds of hoes.
Do you think you got like a 1-800 number voice?
Anyways, it's the No Invite Podcast. You know, I'm just joking and shit. Shout out to my girl. You know what it is.
Got females from his place.
Yeah, he did. Frazier got
some dudes do have
Frazier
like,
got that 80s. He got mad 80s
over.
pussy. You know what I'm saying? That hairy shit, that hairy snappy nappy thing.
Oh my God.
You gotta give it to. That's why he became Beast. You know that in the movies. He was on the X-Men movie. Yeah, because he was getting so much of that snappy nappy hairy thing that they're like, we're just gonna make you the embodiment. We're gonna make you a metaphorical vagina because you just be slaying shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Google that shit, IDBM. Anyways, how was your week, Steph?
Man, my week has been full of all this training I've been going through. Like, people have been seeing it on my Instagram. Now, with this training that I've been going through, it is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. And somebody had
It's like
the nerve.
boot camp training.
It is. Somebody
Make
had
that
the nerve.
fucking drink, Steph.
And when I make it, it's gonna be so fucking good. You're gonna order like 5 of them and be on your fucking ass. Maybe not even that.
Now what's the difference, Patty? I was just stunning out on my shit. Now she's stunning out about when she's gonna make it at the drinking. I ain't hear no snide remark or no smug comment from Patty in the background.
I'm not as close to Steph as I am.
Oh, you might as well be.
Jesus Christ. I'm getting fucking double teamed over here for real.
We told you. We told you it was finna happen. No, wait. What she said about you about studying something?
No, because remember I was like, yeah, when I pull up in my podcast whip and when we make it and we blow up.
But
and she got on my line
thought.
about. So yours is too though.
But mine is fact. This is scientifically proven.
Man, I believe in shit. Everything I say, I'm manifesting. This shit's real to me.
But I
live
have to
this
manifest
shit.
my
You know how much
happen.
podcast head I done got in my mind already?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know how many bitches I already said, y'all, you owe me. You know what I'm saying? You owe me. And I'm gonna turn you down.
Yeah.
Because when you throw it, I'm gonna swerve that shit. Just cause. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot.
They all want me.
Exactly. That wasn't the right quote, but you get what I'm saying. But go ahead, though.
It's been over 12 years since Mike Jones or whatever. No, but
you say that, but I bet you still know his number though.
Nah.
Neither do I. Fuck Mike Jones.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
One hit wonder.
Nah, he out here getting it though. You know what I'm saying? Nah, when I say fuck Mike Jones, you know what I'm saying? I mean like fuck all that. You know what I mean? He out here still getting his money though. You know what I'm saying? As long as I don't give a fuck whether you're a one hit wonder or not. If you could parlay that shit into some shit and just keep eating off it.
Whatever happened to Chingy?
I'll give him one hit. Shit, that's all I need.
Chingy went through that whole dated transsexual like.
No, he did not.
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, he had a scandal. He had a scandal, and but he's out. I just seen a video from him on World Star. You gotta understand something. A lot of these artists, if they're considered one-hit wonders, that doesn't mean that they go away until they're not doing anything.
It's almost like a Baby Bash type thing. Like everybody heard that one particular song, but he's still making like his local underground.
I mean, there's a lot
of
artists that are still eating. They're not out there.
Right.
That's why people think that you can't make it in this music if you're not that 1 percentile of fucking what's on the pop scene or whatever. The
people who sign.
Yeah, the super mainstream. Exactly. It's like, no, there's so many artists out there really eating.
Speaking of which, you being an artist, do you think... No, not that. Come on now.
Well, I said...
Do you think...
I am art.
Beautiful.
Yes, we're live.
Do you think that radio play now, in today's time, is still a major component factor?
As far as what? Like
being
a success for an artist?
Yes.
It is because...
Good.
It is...
but
it's just not the only one. Before it had more weight, I feel like... Before it had more weight, I feel like because it was mainly the soul... what's it called, platform for artists to break through. I mean, it's still important now because a lot of people still listen to the radio. Yeah. It's a real good way to get information out really fast because you got to think of it. Let these cell phone towers go out, or these fucking servers go out, and then you're like, dude, what the fuck?
You got the radio.
Radio is a fucking direct wave. You feel me? To an antenna, and it could disperse that information or whatnot. So I don't know how they do it now. I know it's all digital and shit now, but I mean, it's still the fastest way to disseminate information. Mm-hmm. So it's not the only platform now. So it's like remember back in the days, it was ABC, NBC, and CBS. Mm-hmm. And then boom, here comes Fox. And then here comes this. And the next thing you know, there's all these platforms. And now instead of it just being solely one route to the top or one route to be verified, now you got different routes and people can make different lanes. That's why, back to what you were saying, it ties into what we're talking about these artists, because they don't have to have the mainstream spotlight on them now to be successful and still make money. Chingy, from what I heard, is still getting bread. Chameleonaire, a lot of people don't know. He took his money.
He's doing a lot of humanitarian work now.
Yeah, he been doing humanitarian work, and it's because he's able to, because not because he's been making music, because you ain't heard no new music. It's because the music that he did make, he invested it wisely into tech companies, and it afforded him the money and the opportunity to be able to take it further.
See, and that's what a lot of people always like overseas. You're supposed to invest when you start making money and all that kind of. A lot of people just,
if you're smart,
people just grab that fame and just want to run with it and live the life they see, on the screen or whatever. But you're supposed to invest.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest
part
pitfall.
Of it.
And they say that not only for artists, but also for like athletes.
Yeah, oh yeah,
and people
for sure,
that come from nothing.
All that.
Yeah, people that come from nothing and come into a lot of money. That's like the last thing they do. They're not really great with money. They don't know how to make generational wealth.
I heard like somebody like Dennis Rodman. Now I could be wrong, but I heard like him, he's worth like $500,000 now or something like that. That number could be wrong, but it's something.
1 million, half a million.
$500,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's
because he fucked it all off.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Like there's countless stories, and a lot of those people that you see right now are broke. They're not even in the million range no more. And it's because of that. You know, they partied hard. They didn't have no real outlook for the future.
Invest.
And let's face it, you know, when you get into that big money landscape, it's like it takes money to maintain it. So it's like if you're not playing ball no more, you don't got no investments, your money doesn't stop. The money stopped coming in, but you're still spending. It's going out.
Yeah, as if you got it. Shit.
That's why the cool thing about being an artist, if you do it right and you have masters, and like you said, one hit wonder, a motherfucker could live comfortably off that one hit if he got his publishing and he got his rights and he owns that thing. He could live comfortably off one thing. Now, is he gonna live like fucking, you know, stupid millionaire Ric Flair? Depends how big the hit was, but chances are no. But to be able to know that you got mailbox money, you go every month to the mailbox, or every quarter, every 3 months, and there's a check from, you know, the royalties, the spins, the movie placements, all that stuff. That shit is cool. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at that. You know, that's as an artist, we aspire for that. Like, some people want the fame and they want this and want that. And I mean, I can't knock them. Everybody does shit for the different reasons. But I do music because it's my expression. It's like therapy to me. And as far as the business endeavor part of it, I want to be successful to the point where I could help give and leave some wealth to my kids and their kids, their grandkids. You know, like where we could take this, you know, this little, just like any other millionaire or billionaire family. At one point, they took whatever they could and they made at one point their small wealth, and they turned it into, you know, generational wealth. So real estate, whatever it is, however I'm gonna spin it, I don't give a fuck if I own a chain of fucking Del Tacos that are the nastiest fucking fast food on earth. If they're selling, them bitches are selling, and I own a few, and they keeping my money going every fucking year, then, and you know what? That's a start. You know, that's how we gonna live. And me, I'm the kind of person, since I'm so creative and I'm so ambitious, that I would want more, and I'm gonna do more with the opportunities that I get. You know what I mean? But
so speaking on a money tip, do you think there's now I know the answer to this. Do you think
money tip?
Yeah. Do you think there's so
sounds
you know
like a stripper, you know, position? Sweet, like a stripper move. You know how like everybody has a fatality, or
yeah, I know, right?
Like everybody has like a fatality or a
hand.
final finishing move in the video game. Like I feel like every stripper got that go-to move that she knows she's finna kill it with that move.
Yeah.
The money tip.
So look,
Go
do
ahead.
you think that there are any? So you know how we have like millionaires and billionaires? Do you think there are any trillionaires? Yes or no? Do you think we have any trillionaires in the world?
I don't think so. Maybe governments, but not
No,
not
like
individuals.
we have millionaires, billionaires. Do you believe that there are or are not any trillionaires?
Nah, because we'd hear about it. We're so obsessed with money. We're so obsessed with money in this world.
Well, the answer is no, there is not.
Yes, I just said that, and you
I was
try to make
giving
it
you-
sound like I didn't say that.
No, but I was giving the official answer. I asked you, and you said no, and I said, okay, you're right.
You're right. Now, what I was saying though is that you know, we're so obsessed with money in this country. It's like, come on, man, we would have known who the fuck's the first trillionaire. You know what I mean? He done made all them billionaires his bitch. Come on, bro. We finna stun out. He gonna be in every rapper's fucking rap song, trying to get like Bill Gates. Fresh out the gate.
Speaking of Bill Gates, you know, he's like one of the top 10 billionaires.
He's the number one. now.
Well, okay, well, excuse me.
He's number one now of all. Like, he's the richest man on earth right now.
He just surpassed somebody.
Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, because he had a divorce and he had
No. Somebody's just surpassed him. I read it the other day. Somebody just surpassed him.
I
Yes.
just heard this yesterday on the news.
Okay,
They
well,
just
then maybe
talked
I'm
about it.
conflicting it. My bad. But you know what? Out of all the billionaires, there's
Yes.
I think there's 2,200 billionaires in the world.
Google that shit.
I'm looking at it right here. 585 of them are Americans, and 150 of them are in the Bay Area. Ain't that
this is tech world, baby. This is
Isn't
tech
that
world.
crazy?
We revolutionize this shit.
That's how port cities
You
are.
know what I
That's why,
mean?
Yeah.
Hong Kong,
It's
that's why
crazy. In
Paris.
China, China's right
That's why
there.
it's so expensive to live out here. Because
Those cities that have been established for centuries, that's where a lot of the biggest wealth comes from.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
look, how much time we got left? We got 2 minutes. Okay, we're gonna try to give y'all 5 minutes. If anybody that's watching right now, which is only one person, and I get it, you probably clicked, you're looking at stories, and you jumped in mine. You're like, oh shit, let me back out real quick. So it's still showing you. But if anybody got any topic they want us to talk about, anything they want to say, anything they want to add to the motherfucking podcast, now would be the time. Because after this, we are going offline. You're gonna have to catch the rest at no_invite _podcast on Instagram, which is what you're watching right now. You're gonna have to go to YouTube, RiBirth Media Films, RiBirth Media Films with a Z, or you're gonna have to go to SoundCloud, No Invite Podcast. See, I can't say nothing because I thought that shit was funny because last week they were on my line. See, then once again, Patty, why you ain't saying nothing about her? Where's the face at? Where's the grimace that you gave me? When I'm not.
I told you we was finna double team your ass, look.
Exactly. They hold me to a different standard. I could see you from my peripheral, and it was your body language too. Also, you're like, and I could
but
hear you.
But you know what though? The listeners are even lucky that we even give them this 15-minute preview. You guys are even lucky we even give this to you guys, and they don't even want to chime in half the time. But it's okay.
They don't. How much time we got?
It's okay, baby.
Anyways, it's the motherfucking No Invite Podcast. We're gonna go ahead and sign off on the live. Like I said, if you all y'all that are listening, if you ain't fucking heard any of our episodes, please go to No_invite_podcast on Instagram. You could click the link in there, or I already gave you the other links. Check out our past episodes. If you think this shit's a fluke, we're only getting fucking better. This shit's hilarious. Yeah. It's very.
My reactions be some of the funniest.
It's dope as fuck to give real perspective and for y'all to be in a conversation that we talk like this for reals.
Yeah.
Like we be talking about all kinds of shit, the environment, fucking quasars and
quasar,
wizards and fucking
quasar or Qzar?
I'm gonna
quasar?
I said quasar, bro.
But what's quasar?
Google that shit. You know, Google's your friend, y'all. If you don't know nothing, just because somebody says it and you don't know it, don't mean it's not real.
I'm like, because look, I don't know nothing about no quasar.
Bang, bang, bang. It's your people Blaze from the No Invite Podcast, and I want to make sure that you guys know that if you like kicks, Jordans, Adidas, Yeezys, whatever the fuck, you like all that shit, make sure you go holler at my people, Saints Kicks. He's located at 650 Port Chicago Highway, Bay Point, California, 94565, right across from the Shore Acres Shopping Center. Or you could also find him on Instagram at Saints_Kicks. That's Saints like the motherfucking football team. Saints_Kicks. I'm talking about he got all the brands. He always keeps me in pocket. Anytime I need any kind of shoe, any kind of drop release, he does pre-orders. He does buybacks. He ships all over the world. So I don't care if you in Beijing or if you in motherfucking Sydney, Australia, and you need them fly-ass Yeezys, you know what I mean, that ain't nobody got. Tap in with him. Supreme, you name it, Yeezy, Jordan, the whole shit, he got it. Saints Kicks. You can also call him at 925-250-8413. You know what I'm saying? And you could call right away, get in contact, tap in with him, and you could fucking get those shoes locked in. Ask your bitch. She might already know.
And we're back. You have Steph in the building.
I'm Blaze.
And we're going to kick off this part with the...
Yo. Check this out. I'm going to need you to not be putting on chapstick while you're talking, bro, into the mic.
Just like when I was eating the last time, my bad.
It's all good, but I'm just podcasting tip from your friendly friend. Go ahead now. You were saying?
We gonna touch on the fact of, well, just how, you guys know how like how every other show, or episode rather, not show, because this is the fucking show.
This is the show. This is the shit show.
How throughout all the other episodes that we've recorded, I've always said, oh, we'll touch on that later. We'll touch on that another one. So this time we're actually gonna touch on some of my veganism that I've been wanting to touch on.
Consensual touching, of course.
Yes. No, what? Hold on.
We're touching on veganism, so I want to just let everybody know that veganism is totally consented to me touching on it. Okay?
Okay.
Let's get this shit right.
And that's also going to go off into like environmentalism and other things that we need to do better as people here. Okay? So I was having a conversation with somebody last night about, so from time to time, I smoke cigarettes.
Okay, first of all, you're a straight up vegan Foo Fighter freaking, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Killer.
Do you know that there are several different types of vegans?
I'm sure there is.
But
there's the ones with hairy ass armpits and hairy legs, and then there's the ones that got
So you got vegans.
Maybe that's something else.
So you got vegans that do it for their health alone. Mm-hmm. You got raw hardcore vegans.
They do it for the raw hardcore.
Like, and
nice.
those would be the ones.
That sounds hot, by the way. I'm just saying, like.
So those would be the ones who don't eat any cooked food.
Okay.
They do not drive a car. Yeah. They do not wear any like your shoes or leather. That's, you know, from the hide of a cow.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So they do not have
as
any.
As they should be.
They do not have. No, come on, don't.
Well,
do
I mean, if they are what they say they are, they should be that. I'm not saying, you know.
But did you know that there are other materials?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't. To be honest with you, leather don't really move me. To be honest with you, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like,
but there's other options.
Like my guy, I just got a fresh pair of leather pants, bro, and a leather jacket. I'm finna stunt this out.
Because we've all been like programmed to think that because it's been going on for so long. But anyway, so you got those kind. You got the extremist type. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on. So
then you got the ones that do it for the gram.
Yeah, that's like not even. Yeah, that's I don't know how to make it that.
That's the unraw vegan.
No.
That's like the anti-raw.
You crazy.
That's like it's no chafing whatsoever.
But if you are a vegan and if you're working on it, you know, kudos to you. But those of us who now look, I do not have an addiction problem with smoking cigarettes. I probably
That's a goddamn lie.
It's not a lie.
That's a goddamn lie.
Look,
do you enjoy smoking cigarettes?
Enjoy?
Yes, like the act of smoking a cigarette.
No.
Does it do it for you?
No.
Then what? Then it is an addiction because
no, it's not no. Okay, let me explain. The reason
it's a choice, and you're choosing to do something that you don't like for whatever reason that you have.
I smoke. I've only had 4 smoking spells in my life. Okay.
What's a spell?
A spell is like when I've only done it for a certain period of time.
Like I said, you're dealing with Forrest Gump over yourself.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus
like a little like a stretch or whatever.
Just for a period of time because, like now recently in these past. Pretty much since my incident in April. Mm-hmm. Since then...
The incident.
Yeah, that incident when I had to shave...
You been chain smoking?
Sometimes I do. But the reason why I picked it back up is because I've been really stressed out.
You need an outlet.
Anxiety. Now, granted, it is just as bad as if I were to be drinking or if I were to be... I don't want to say smoking weed because that's not really a bad vice.
Or perhaps maybe eating meat.
Yes, consuming like heavy food. Some people indulge by eating
too many sweets. They have diabetes and shit like that. Yeah.
So now,
too much of anything's bad for you.
Yes, but I feel like I only do it as a temporary relief. You know, when I get anxious, it's just like it's like a momentarily just like
yeah, it's like a
because I just have bad anxiety right now, but I don't like it. I don't like it, and I can stop because I have stopped before.
I could stop. I swear I can.
I can.
Okay.
Mark my words. Look, hold on. We got New Year's coming around the corner, so don't. We don't.
Why wait till New Year's? The time is now, my child.
Because I have been cutting back. So anyway.
No, I mean shit. Yeah, I mean everything's an addiction. I'm gonna say like call it what it is, and it's an addiction. And there's different layers and various degrees of addiction.
I feel like addiction is different. I'm not
like
addicted.
Sweets. And I find it hard to cut sugar out of my diet, and it's because it's like a comfort thing, yeah.
That's not good.
But I do though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not none of that. You can see if I was really on my shit, I get really big. I could get bigger than this. Like I usually I look at pictures back in the day, and when I was really like just eating bad, eating the wrong shit. I was a lot heavier and carried a lot more weight.
But you don't necessarily always have to gain weight if you're eating unhealthy. I know, There's people who are slim and have a high metabolism that eat a shit ton of sugar and still get diabetes.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is that for me, I wear it. So when I'm not eating good, you could see it. Okay. You could see it on me.
And you know what? My dad and my grandpa on my mother's side, they were both diabetics. My dad is, and my whole life,
yeah, my mom.
I've been aware of it. So like I've always checked anything. I always check the sugar on everything. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't realize there's like an ounce and a half or however many grams in like your drinks and so on and so forth. So that can go on and on into disease and all that other shit. But back to my cigarettes. I was about to put my chapstick back on. It's not good. It's really not. But I had this debate with somebody who, if you're smoking cigarettes, you're contributing just as much as a meat eater.
That somebody was me, by the way. Let's give credit to those that deserve it.
Oh, Lord, here he goes.
You know what I mean? That was me saying this shit earlier because it's just a question because me, see, look, as somebody that's trying to be vegan.
And I did not say you were wrong. I said you were right.
And you didn't. And the thing I like about you, Steph, though, on some real shit, is that you're vegan, but you don't ram it down people's fucking face. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to be like, and you're not judging people. You may not like it, and you're like, but everybody's in a different place.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, in life, and everybody's in a different mindset. So that's the kind of you're the kind of influence that would make me want to try veganism.
That's
and try
my
to go,
objective.
because somebody that's always bitching me out about it and talking about how I ain't shit or how I'm disgusting or whatever, that shit just makes me want to do it, go even harder. Just like when we was kids or whatever you want to call it. It make me want to go get a motherfucking cheeseburger and start throwing it around and what's happening, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But see, the way you kick it and your tolerance for stuff, that it makes it easy for me to kind of like, you know, understand it and try to and be willing to try to say fuck it and maybe do it, you know. And I try. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't like.
Have you cut back on your meat consumption?
I'm okay with vegan options. Oh yeah, I if I eat any kind of animal right now, it's mainly turkey. To be real with you, I eat mainly turkey of animal. I rarely eat eggs. You see me eat some hard-boiled eggs today, but I never eat fucking eggs. I don't drink dairy. I have a little cheese every now and then with stuff because I like cheese. But my main food, which is I ain't saying I've been eating fucking great neither though. I've been going out fast food and doing stupid shit like that. It happens. I fell off, and sugary sweets are never good. But I don't really do too much soda, if ever at all.
Yeah, I agree. Like soda's just as bad for you as eating meat and all that kind of shit.
Well, yeah, hell yeah. And how you were saying about your family and how that stuff runs in your family. And my family, heart disease runs in my family, and problems with kidneys because of high blood pressure.
And where does all that come from? Eating meat.
No, not only that, smoking cigarettes. Well, consuming meat, consuming sugary products,
it's all about our consumption.
Not having exercise, not eating healthy, period. Like, period, healthy, it's healthy.
But now a lot of people don't know this. The core for diseases like manifesting, create like type 2 diabetes, bronchitis, kidney, all that kind of shit. It doesn't necessarily always come from smoking or sugars, but I mean, it does. But the main source of that is animal products. Okay, now listen. Every disease is formed from mucus. Dairy, all that shit forms mucus in the body. What happens when you get a bunch of mucus in your lungs? You get bronchitis, which becomes what? Ammonia, right? Yes. Too much mucus in your pancreas, therefore creates diabetes, and so on and so forth. Like if you pin down every disease, it all comes back to the membrane being mucus. Yeah. And what creates mucus? Animal products. And smoking, and that has more effects on your lungs, more or less, but all of that, it all coincides to animal products overall.
See, I believe that too. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here like saying, I'm not a super like, let's eat fucking a whole entire cow, barbecue a whole fucking cow. I'm not on that shit neither. And that's mainly because also of my health. I ain't gonna lie, I went and I had really high triglycerides at the doctor. Ooh, and they were like, yo, a normal triglyceride count is like anywhere from 0 to 100. Yours is 500 right now. So that's what forced me really to change my whole lifestyle and start considering stuff. Remember, Patty?
Were you eating a lot of red meats at the time? Or what was that from?
It was really, to be honest with you, I was eating little to zero vegetables, period.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Period. Like I wasn't eating healthy. All my food was just based on heavy starches, meats, the bacon, all that shit, right? So obviously, you know what I mean? Some people I know, they to this day, they still eat hella crazy, and either they went to the doctor and they got a clean bill of health, or they just don't know yet. But a lot of them, like I said, that shit runs in my family. So when he told me what it could lead to, I made a decision. I'm like, yo, well, because he wanted to put me on medication, and if you know me, I hate fucking medication. I don't do pills. I don't do none of that. So when he was like, I want to put you on this, we need to get you started on medication right away. That was already a red flag for me.
You're going to be a statistic after that.
That was already a red flag for me as a doctor, because I don't like any doctor that's so quick to just throw medicine at you. And it's like, we don't even, you didn't even tell me or alternate method or a natural method to begin with. Like, so I was like, wait a minute. So I told him, I was like, yo, can I like do something else besides medication? Like, can I start exercising, eating, change my diet? And he was, you can, but I'm really concerned about it. And he was really pushing for the medication. Red flag for me.
As you all should take that as a red flag.
So I changed the way I did it. I stopped eating red meat. I would go stretches, and don't get me wrong, I have my moments, and like you said, we talked about it, like after not eating red meat for hella long, every now and then when I have a steak or a burger, like it'll be heavier on my stomach.
Yeah. And
it'll really make me feel like sluggish and tired. And just like also whenever I would eat meals, like they were all vegan meals, I would feel full,
and
but I wouldn't feel weighed down, like you feel stuffed and like like I can't move around after you eat and I'm talking about a big ass meal too. It's not small shit, a lot of you know what I mean? So I did that. added exercise to my repertoire, cut out all the sugary shit, all the starches.
Yeah, because you've been running a lot. I mean, you've been on a.
I'm doing it for the gram. Trust me, I'm doing it for the gram because it looks like I'm running a lot. You know.
No,
I'm not running as much as I should.
Nah, look, I've called him several times, like to talk about some shit, and he's like, what? What's that?
Dying and shit. Dying.
He has like a lot of like, I don't know if it's natural or whatever the case may be, but it seems natural discipline. Like when he puts his mind to something, he knows how to discipline himself and commit to like a routine and to actions that are actually going to get him results. So
I try.
I believe that.
Yeah, but you know what? The only way I get
even here when that happened.
Yeah.
And I've seen the change. I was like,
oh yeah, and so
I need somebody on my ass to get me on a constant
you gotta
regimen.
be. That's what she's saying. You gotta be the person
I
on your own ass.
I know.
The hard meme that I sent you.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta be.
You gotta be your own. You gotta be on your own ass.
I know that. I know.
But so look, check this out.
I know.
To getting back to the topic about veganism and food and like the food that you eat, right?
Just try it.
So look, I changed my diet though. I changed my diet. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was looking for a new doctor, so I didn't go yearly. I went I didn't go for like 2 years because I was like, fuck this. The whole doctor shit had me on my natural alkaline fucking. I could do it myself shit, right?
Like, is that alkaline water? Oh no.
Hey, that shit is real.
Send it back.
Real quick.
That's
Yeah,
real.
I did. I got real raw vegan, like super raw.
At me and started.
Wait, speaking of raw, did you know when you cook vegetables? Let's say you want a vegetable and fruit.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I forgot. Let me just finish this thing. So look, I changed my diet, cut out sugars, meat, the whole shit, bullshit like that. Now I'm saying I never had it, but it was really dramatically like low, like.
Oh, and
like,
it fucked you up,
especially,
huh?
No. I went back. I finally got a doctor. I went back. And I was like, yo, what's up? I did my blood test, everything again, got my full checkup, you know what I mean? Got my nuts, weighed. They put them on the scale and shit.
Oh, God.
No, I don't know if they do that. It just But,
Look at Patty's face. She's just like,
this motherfucker. My doctor's into... My doctor practices alternative medicine. No, so look. So I went, and he was like... First of all, when he brought my results in to talk to me, like a week later, he brought my results in. He's like, first of all... Why he goes no when he first like initially I got my checkup and he's like, first of all, I don't understand why you waited 2 years to come back and see me when your triglycerides were this high. I mean, not to come back and see me, but to see another doctor when you seen how your cholesterol was looking and everything, and you wait 2 years. That's not how you do things. Anything could have happened. Like he was on my line. Like I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, that's right. I'm
You're
like,
gonna
okay,
get a heart
talk that
attack in
shit.
your 30s?
You can.
But you're not like, it's very
People,
rare. But
no,
you're not,
it's not rare. Google that next time you get a chance.
I'm saying it's rare because you're not like an obese person in their 30s who's more
but
prone than.
You just finished saying that
who's
though.
More
you
prone.
finished saying that you could be big and be healthy as fuck, and you could be small.
You can't be big and be healthy.
You can be big and be healthy because
Tell me somebody obese over 100. Who's obese over 100 years old? No one. Thanks. My point's made. What I'm saying is you can get a heart attack in your 30s. You can get a heart attack in your 30s, but somebody who's 400 pounds versus your size, they're more prone than you are is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that I was in the pen with motherfuckers was like 200-300 pounds, 350 pounds, big boys that could run the fucking track, run more miles, do more burpees than motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I'm sure that their fucking arteries were halfway clogged.
That just because they're that big, that doesn't always generate that they're eating bad, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you go in there, there's barely anything to eat as it is. So for them, a lot of it is
so go back to what your doctor was saying.
Exactly. See, look, I just said that. Now Steph's like, okay, change the subject.
No, because no.
So look, let me finish my whole thing, though, right? Let me get back into that, because that's a whole different fucking conversation right there. Body type is different.
Yeah,
so,
you're right. You're right.
Because there's endomorph, all that shit.
Yes,
okay, so look.
I'm the morph.
Yeah, so I went, I did my test, I got my labs back, and he was like, okay. He goes, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. He goes, your triglycerides are down from like 500 to like 2, which is not great, but it's not bad at all.
Well, that's a huge improvement.
No, that's more than half,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he was like, because it was at 550, he's like, your triglycerides are down, your cholesterol's good, your blood pressure's good. All that stuff was up when I went to go see him the last time. And he's all, what I would recommend is take these certain supplements, along with, continue the low-fat diet, exercise, eating good, all that shit, right? So I'm like, cool. But see, this is the thing that he goes, this is the thing that got me, and I'm like, bro, I'm going to you until you're tired of me. I'm not going to no other doctor, because he goes, look, I want you to know something. I'm not gonna prescribe you anything because I'm the type of doctor that wants to see if we could do a natural method first, and if we can't do these things naturally, then we'll do it with medication. So if you came here to get meds for stuff or get meds for anything first, that's not what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
here.
there's a
And
lot of people do that.
I was like, where have you been?
Who
sent you?
My doctor's like that too. Like she knows that I always do my best to be healthy, and if I need something, like if I have trouble sleeping, I'm like, she's like, okay, I can give you this. I'm like, I don't really like taking pills like that. Is there a natural thing I can do? Oh, you can take melatonin, which is a natural thing, even though it's in a pill.
Method, maybe like some kind of natural method, you know?
Yeah, melatonin, which it was
it
was a pill form, but it was a natural. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, and I still didn't even take that shit because I don't want to take the pills.
Nah, but bless you. And you know what? Like the whole veganist thing, like I said, people are in denial though. People are in denial. You were telling me about the environmental effect and all the shit, all the cows and all the carbon monoxide that they produce by themselves by just
farting.
farting.
When they fart alone.
Yeah,
what comes out when you fart? CO2. Think about all the animals.
Some of you hoes, more than that comes out.
You know what I'm saying? All cows, goats, sheep, pigs, chickens, all that shit. Like
your reactions are golden, bro.
I know.
I was like, go ahead, but not chickens, baby birds.
When all those animals, which they're massively agricultured all over the world, when they all that CO2, like all that goes into the ozone. That's like the animal agriculture accumulates more CO2 than public transit, which we would naturally think is the highest contributor. It's second compared to animal agriculture. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, public transit and all that kind of shit is actually secondary.
Okay, I have a hypothetical, right? Because no one really knows the fucking answer to it. So I'm pretty sure I want to ask you, what if, let's say, we never invented the combustible engine, we never had use for gas or anything like that, anything that makes CO2 emissions. But what if we got so like bougie in society, or not even bougie, just advanced to where like every person in this motherfucker got a horse? We got to get around. Little babies got horses. Adults got horses.
Horses are not made for us. They're not designed for us.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that, and we never.
We would mass produce horses.
We'd mass produce another agricultural animal for the sole use of its exploitation for our own well benefit, right?
But are we killing them for food?
I mean,
you're still exploiting the animal. You're still exploiting the animal, but yet we're not mass producing them for unnecessary food.
But peep my hypothetical. Look, this is a hypothetical. What I'm saying. We are a very
smart
big society.
We're a smart species.
Hold on, we're a very large society, correct? So we're a large society. So what I'm saying is that if we never made the combustible engine, people still got to get around. What if we had just as many horses as we did people almost? Would that not, let's say we never ate meat, we lived in a vegan society, would that not right there by itself produce more CO2 and carbon monoxide?
No.
Okay, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I don't think
these
so.
are hypotheticals. So. There's no right or wrong answer.
Right.
By
No,
the way.
I don't think so because of this. Like when we had the Indians, right? Mm-hmm. When you have groups of people, we didn't have the engine, all that kind of shit. They only had X amount of horses or X amount the number of whatever their mode of transportation is. Because you're only going to send out the messenger. You're only going to send out the group for whatever. Not everybody needs.
That's how you used to email back in the day. You send your homie to go tell them like, hey, jump on that horse. Ponies, jump on that fucking horse and go handle that. And in my personal opinion,
I think white people from Northern England and all that shit is the most cancerous people in this planet because of just what they've done and taken over.
They are crazy, bro. I'm not gonna say they're the most cancerous, but they are.
They are. They totally are. And look, I'm white and I'm speaking on it myself. I can give a shit.
I feel it.
There's only so many few of us, far and few between, that are down for the cause. What I'm saying though is like, look, no matter what, even if everything stayed the way where everybody stayed in their countries or everybody respected everyone's boundaries, that's how it was before.
It's pretty safe to assume that population was gonna go up no matter what, right? Because people gonna fuck. People been fucking. People been fucking since the beginning of time.
It popped off after when everybody.
They're probably fucking now.
Look, when everybody was living harmoniously, like you had just said, everybody stays in where they're at.
Somebody fucking right now.
Yeah, when the white man came up and invaded.
Yeah.
and then took people, and then they want to fuck and rape and do all that. That's when all that shit happened. Like,
that's when the population increased. Yeah, you're right about that. Plus, there was not. Also, you got to think of it
because everybody was cool.
The medical science back then, it was a lot more natural, which was probably good. But there was still some stuff that nothing could cure, and we could cure now.
No, and you know why? Because white people. I'm telling you, look,
like surgery.
White
like
people.
Motherfuckers shoot me with an arrow. Back in the day, I was probably gonna die.
The first surgeons are from ancient Africa. When the white man came down, those black people taught those white people how to bathe because they were so funky and nasty, and that's how the Black Plague came
like,
and everything.
Yourself.
It was nasty. Like, if you do your research on it, like, white people up in like Northern Europe and shit, them motherfuckers is nasty from back in the day. Like, they didn't even bathe. They didn't know how to be clean, eat right, disease. But they don't know none of that. Like, anybody of melanin taught them that.
I could dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
I could dig it. There's a lot. There's
a lot of shit that we can divulge into.
Yes, we got Steph over here, getting real deep right now. Like, yo, like straight.
Because I've been wanting to touch on this forever.
People and shit, like. But I mean, it's not like you're lying. You're not really lying. We all know people want to act like this ain't hate speech. This is real speech. This is it sounds to hate to people that don't want to believe the truth. You know what I mean?
Because they're in moral and ethical denial.
Yeah, and nowadays it's like it's a different ball game with all that. Like I said, we could go on and on in that area alone, but we're gonna keep it moving like we do. Yeah, but I think my personal opinion, I think that. We're gonna pop. Shit's been way off balance because even with the natives, now let's keep it 1,000. Even with the natives, there was always evil, there was always bad people, and there was always people tyrannical people, because that's our human nature. Yeah. So no matter where we were at, there was never no perfect society because.
But it wasn't as corrupt as we are now.
Oh no,
regardless of our
not.
Advancement. Regardless.
Well, it's because it's a capitalist society now, so we're not based on community, we're based on capital, like money. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, they used to, and they would go hunt other tribes,
and they would take over other communities.
Yeah,
and human nature is
same thing with tribes, Indians, and all that. There was always warfare for one reason or another. You know what I mean?
Like, are naturally divisive. At least that's what has been demonstrated throughout history.
But not as bad as it is now, or is that just because there's more people now?
Yeah, organized
and we're more advanced, right?
So now people of smaller groups can touch further.
Not only that though, but now also like
we're
a small
up.
percentage. Humans are crazy, bro.
Like
we are cancer to the earth.
I have a theory about that. I used to say that. Well, I still think it.
A whole 2, 3. That's a whole season.
Hey, watch. When we take a break, I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely, it's definitely a deep topic because I've talked about all kinds of stuff like that. I have my own little personal theories and all that shit. And motherfuckers can say we're weird or whatever, but this is what we talk about. We talk about all kinds of shit. At the end of the day, I'm a naturally, like, I don't know if I'm even using it right. Like, I'm a naturally inquisitive person. I want to know things. I want to know how things work. But I'm the kind of person that it has to pertain something to me to really get, like, maybe that's being egotistical or just selfish, but like, when I get into something, it's because, I choose to, and it's because I like it, like, and I, yeah, you know what I mean? So whatever. But, okay, Steph, so eating meat, bad.
Very bad.
Smoking weed, good?
Smoking weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Hemp is not only good for our bodies.
Calling bitches bad?
It depends.
But what if she's a punk ass bitch? Then
they are.
Then it's good.
But then again,
that's confusing.
But then again, that's based off of how you judge that person. But I guess what's right is right and wrong is wrong.
And I think that's what people need to remember at the end of the day. When you treat anybody, no matter what race, color, whatever, where they're from, that's how you gotta approach them first. You gotta approach them like that. You gotta approach people with understanding. You gotta try to, understand that everyone's not the same. And some people are not as enlightened. Some people are smarter than your ass. And it's okay for both, like we all gotta find room to grow. Like this society, I think now the world, the way it's fucked up and everything is because I think like back in the days, we're more tribal. We're more community based.
We were more spiritual.
We're more spiritual. And now like it's more capital. Like I'm the man. I'm trying to get up to the top and, it don't matter whatever. And we base our emphasis and our values based on money. More than community,
money's
family, self-respect, loyalty. Oh, thank you. Stuff like that. So I feel like that's what made what's different now. And back in the days, like, you know, there was violence all over the world for different types of different times and shit. As far as recorded history goes, I don't think that there's ever been a recorded history that we know of or that I know of where there was total peace on earth. No. Even from the beginning in the Bible,
don't reference the Bible, please.
I'm just saying for anybody.
You can't reference that.
I could reference anything I fucking want.
Okay, well, I'm going to share some
Patty
information.
said, "This is my baby."
I'm going to share some information with you later. If you have physical evidence that contradicts something, you can't do nothing but believe it. If you have physical evidence that proves something, right?
I'm not.
We'll go on.
I'm not saying you're missing the whole point with me. Like, I'm not saying it because I believe it.
I just get passionate about it.
And I don't go out of my way to try to discredit other people's beliefs because it's part of understanding. You know, like for me. So, but what I was saying is, as far as bringing that up and all that, is because like the understanding part. I just lost my whole fucking train. You fucked me up with that one. But anyways, like what I'm saying is for those people. What I was saying is for those people that do subscribe to the Bible and they believe that, like even they could tell you in their history that there was never a moment on earth where there was total peace.
Oh, just like when Moses took fucking 40-something days to go to the next country, which is like a 5-minute, 40-mile drive, whatever it is. Like, what does it say? It took him 40 days and 40 nights to get from Egypt to Israel.
Forrest Gump ran from coast to coast, bro.
Or no, it took them 600 days.
You telling me Jesus ain't it wasn't as fly as Forrest Gump?
Jesus was not real.
He was. There was somebody out there. Shit, Jesus is real now.
Look up Ptolemy the First, people.
He's down the street somewhere.
Don't get me going.
But look, like I said, that's part of my piece too, and my whole understanding
I'm not trying to discredit anybody's religion. This is my opinion. These are my opinion. This is my opinion. This is the information that I have.
You know though, when someone voices their opinion about something, you know, you don't always have to say that.
Okay, I know, but that's a very touchy subject for some. It is. I just want to make sure that everybody knows. I'm not trying to discredit nobody. This is just what I believe.
She's like, I'm not trying to discredit nobody, but fuck your religion, cuz.
No. Look.
I'm just giving you a hard time, but like, yeah, like to me, like the community, the tribe, the family, it takes a village, all those proverbs, and there's a lot of stuff that's been lost, you know.
I can't wait to share this with you.
Shit. What time we got? We got 1 minute though. What's it about? Real quick.
Well, one, I'm going to show you about what we said about people being cancer on the earth. I'm going to show you that now, and then there's another link I'm going to send you later. But you got to watch it on your own.
Don't be sending me no hot links, bro. You send me a link to some weird-ass YouTube videos. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. This shit looks crazy. I was like, this shit look like I'm not supposed to be looking at it.
Man, watch.
But it's on YouTube, so obviously it's okay. You know what I mean?
I'm going to send it to Patty, too, and when you have time to watch it, I'm going to
me sending me no crazy links, all right?
Man. Yeah, I'm going to send you some shit with a virus on it so I can, like, tap into your shit, and yeah.
Go ahead.
Fuck no, I can't.
I ain't got shit in there.
Me either.
All right, well, y'all know what it is, man. It's the motherfucking Noinvitepodcast. It's Blaze.
And you got Steph.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute for that advice.
So I can smoke my cigarette.
Steph. Yeah. Go do that. Go fucking poison the little animals. Aww. You know what I'm saying? Go let a little baby bird choke on one of those cigarette butts, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you don't pick them up and take them with you and put them in the doggy bag.
I actually do. I actually put them in the garbage. Mm-hmm. Did I not?
And they still end up in our waterways.
You're right.
In little baby birds.
That's as long as Patty puts it in the recycling bin, it won't. The turkeys out here
gone wild because of this. You know what I'm saying? It's not safe in the streets for these animals anymore because of this.
He don't know what he's talking about. We'll be right back, everybody.
I don't know what I'm talking about neither, but it sounded good. I'm gonna be on my Morgan Freeman. Bang, 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 it's your peoples, you know what I mean? And I'm back. And, you know, since we finally got some motherfucking sponsors, man, I got to make sure I do this shit right. So, for all y'all people out there, do you like motherfucking exotic snacks? It's a thing, bro. Believe me, it's a thing. I'm talking about rare sodas from other countries, Pepsi Blue, White Fanta. I'm talking about the Doritos, Cheetos, you know, burritos, all that shit, you know, everything that you could think about when it comes to exotic sodas and snacks. You gotta highlight my people, Bay Area Exotic. Bay Area Exotic, they got it. They ship all over the world, and they got, I'm talking about the rarest of snacks, bro. I'm talking about stuff that you could only find out of the country. So if you are in the market for exotic and rare snacks, make sure that you highlight my peoples at Bay Area Exotic. Go to Instagram and follow them at Bay Area, one word, _exotic. And there you go. Tap in. They got it. They ship worldwide. If you're in the Bay Area, the Northern California area, you could go to 650 Port Chicago Highway in Bay Point, California, and you could go ahead right in there with Saints Kicks, of course, our other sponsor, and you can find Bay Area Exotic, and they got all the fucking snacks, all the exclusive snacks, the motherfucking year 2000 snacks. You know that shit that fucking old girl from Friday wanted, you know what I'm saying? She knew about all the snacks. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. That bitch was probably breathing heavy, hollering at Bay Area Exotic. So holla at your peoples, man. It's your people's blaze. It's the Noinvitepodcast, and this is what we do.
What it do, everybody? We all the way back live in full effect, and we gonna get into the next segment with my relationship advice and give you guys some kind of direction with what you may want to do with with your boo thing.
You could
or your side piece.
You could kind of say that they're gonna mob with you, right?
Yeah, we mobbing forward into the info, into the guidance of Steph.
You know, I'm still advocating this mobbing with Steph thing, but you know.
Cause I do be mobbing, and I be mobbing forward, not only like busting moves, but I mob forward with the info, with the insight, all that.
Yeah, you know, I'm just talking about shit though. But anyways, you wanted, what was you talking about earlier? You was telling me some shit on the break. I was like, yo, this.
Remember? Guy. Okay, so if you guys all remember, like in the last podcast, not the Thanksgiving one, but the one prior to that, where I had touched on about that dude that had asked me to like send him a text to catch his girl, see if all that kind of shit.
Yes, for those that've been paying attention, but those that we maybe just started off today, give them a little quick breakdown.
So what had happened was, dude had hit me saying, "Oh, can you send me a text?" And because I want to see if she's gonna check my phone. And it's like you're setting this whole thing up unnaturally, and I'm not going to contribute to it. So he was trying to set this girl up to prove a point, and I was like, no, don't do it. So anyway,
he wanted to see if she was going to check his phone.
Yeah.
And he wanted to use you as a pawn to send him dirty messages or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the reason why I'm saying breaking it down, because we got people that might just listen to today's episode for the first episode, so we kind of want to give them a little something before you kick off into the rest of the whole thing with dude or whatever.
But the answer is very short. Like, that motherfucker hit me back today, as a matter of fact. He goes, "You were right. She ended up exposing herself anyway." I'm like, see, you didn't even have to do all that. Like, if you just naturally let that shit occur, like, you ain't gotta, like, because then you're gonna create a mess.
I mean, if you got a feeling, you got a feeling. You know what I mean? It could be a little insecurity with people, and it could be a little bit of intuition or whatever. It could be
that's
both.
what I was gonna say.
So, I mean, usually a lot of times, if you're a normal functioning, as far as like you're not working with too much insecurity.
Your gut.
If she gives you if she could give you like red flags, you could see certain things or out of abnormal behavior or whatever shit that's not normally done, you're gonna be like, that might make you feel something. But if not,
but
you
gotta
just
be aware
thinking
of those
she's
red
doing something and
flags.
she ain't do shit wrong,
them.
That's some other shit. Go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, if people give off those red flags, some people overlook them. But if you're aware of like those red flags that work for you, take heed to that, because your intuition is not going to lead you wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's and sometimes you're wrong. You know what I mean?
True.
Always remember that sometimes you could be wrong. Mm-hmm. But the main important thing is that if you're gonna feel like that in a situation, make sure that you do it based off, like you said, red flags, rather than fucking
like
rather than just
setup.
being like just being like insecure was what I'm saying, and like, where you going?
Oh God,
bitch,
I
I've seen you
that.
looking at him.
Ew, you know what? I can't stand motherfuckers that be like that. Like,
that's crazy, bro. Let that bitch breathe, man. She's gonna be
like,
all right.
Look, you can look, but you can't touch. Okay? You can look, but you can't touch.
On some real shit, that's just some crazy stuff.
But you can't look too tough and do no reckless eyeball now. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's all respectful, bro. If you know somebody's with somebody,
Absolutely.
you treat them like they're with somebody. I mean, you treat them like respectful, period, whether you know or not. But what I'm saying is like,
ooh,
there's a protocol. You feel me?
Now that you said that,
excuse me.
Well brought up.
See,
now you know
what?
Like,
you weren't doing that for Steph.
She did. She was about to lay it on me.
I can't tell.
Look, now that you say that, like how you're supposed to treat everybody as if. So tell me why me and one of my exes, we was at it was like a bar club type thing, and I was dancing on him, right? Now if you see a girl dancing on a dude, right, like you could assume them to be together, or she just could be dancing on a random. You don't know. But this motherfucker came up to me while I was like dancing on him and like touched my hair like this, and I thought it was him. And then my next thing I know, this my ex, he straight up fucking smacked this dude. Like, what the fuck is your problem? This and I didn't know. Like, bro, how do you not know? Like that, and that goes back to what you said. Like, you got to treat everybody with that respect.
That was just some. To be honest with you, that's some fucking creeper shit to begin with, bro. That's not even normal behavior from a normal dude. Like to begin with, like, dude was on. He was either super shitty drunk. And I've seen people being shitty drunk to the point where like they don't really know what the fuck they're doing.
Now he knew what he was doing.
Exactly, or he was just being. Well, she said it.
He
walked up on you and grabbed your hair.
How would you say that? He
stroked your hair. Yeah.
And I'm thinking
while you're dancing on your dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's not even normal fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like who the fuck does that shit?
If you saw a girl dancing on a dude, random or relationship or whatever, you don't know. But it's like you don't just go up to and just. You ain't in the strip club where you can just do some shit like that.
That's how motherfuckers get hurt, man. That's what you don't.
Oh, he got smacked. He got smacked and then you I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Was it a good palm smack though? Cause you know what I mean.
Look, it
was a nice little pop.
Nice little. That motherfucker knocked some sense into him and apologized. Right. I know that much. But yeah, you gotta treat people accordingly. So here's my next question for you. So okay. I need a man's perspective on this.
All right.
So I got a friend of mine, right? So she got like this new relationship and
Stella got her groove back
type thing, right? So she still has like these little ties with her ex.
What kind of ties?
There's no children, like okay. I guess like financially. Okay, like financially. So
that's known to happen.
So, but it's like she's in this whole new ass relationship. Like you, in my opinion, you should nip all that shit with your ex in the bud, unless there's children involved, or
of course,
or certain
naturally,
or unless it's like a big financial thing that you had both invested in. There's certain there's certain things.
You have to have some kind of obligation, you know,
major,
and it's not a voluntary one. It's one that I mean everything's voluntary, obviously, but it's one that has stakes. Mm-hmm. That's why you doing it, and it ain't because I don't give a fuck. Like if
it's business related, like that's different.
I don't give a fuck if I'm in a relationship with you. I don't give a fuck. You can't follow your exes, none of that shit. Keep that shit separate. You know what I mean?
Can't.
Because you don't want to let some circumstance happen and you look crazy, or I end up looking crazy. Door open. Yeah, exactly. You're leaving the door open for that shit. So my whole thing is like, nah, no contact is the best contact. Yeah. You feel me?
So look though. Don't look. Now he thinks he's Mr. Fly Guy over here trying to like.
I'm just tugging on my beard right now. Like, hold on, let me find out.
Beard gang.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead though.
So, she's utilizing the financial line that she has with him to contribute to her new relationship.
I mean,
and her ex doesn't know that. He thinks it's like she's using it for something else, and it's like, is that ever okay? Like, what do you make of that?
I'm gonna tell you like this: you don't give somebody, you don't give somebody access to money. Or give them money and tell them how to fucking spend it. They're going, you know what I mean? As long as they're doing it responsibly, when what I mean by that, they're not doing shit to hurt themselves, or in this situation, they're not fucking up my credit or each other's credit or whatever the fuck it is, then, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't think that.
But he broke up with her and then left that line, that small window of opportunity open through the money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, shit, she gonna do what she do. You know what I mean? She gotta do what she gotta do.
What do you think I should tell her? I mean, I personally have told her to nip all that shit alone.
I would say she should probably leave dude alone unless it's obligated, like the money's an obligation type thing. Or then I would say she should leave dude alone because the other dude, the new dude coming in, whether he knows or not,
it's gonna have him trip out.
Well, at some point, because you can't say that. He might be cool if he's cool with it. He understands that's cool too. A lot of dudes do. They don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever, do what you gotta do.
But some dudes are like, fuck that.
Some dudes do. But see, the thing is that you're leaving that door open for your ex to mess with your relationship at some point. Like they're at some point or another, if a situation comes to a head, then you got beef, and now you know your significant other's gonna be asking like, yo, why is this dude fucking with you? Why is this dude, you know, what's going on? Why are you getting whatever action the person might want to decide to take for whatever, you know, situation, like, you know? So me personally, like I said, cut it off. None of that. If you got them in the backfade, if they're in the archives, whatever, hey, if you ain't fucking with me no more, do what you gotta do.
So what about this then?
But I don't go backwards though. So
I don't either.
I'll go backwards. Once I'm done with bitch, it's a wrap.
That's right. Oh, so
Cover
speaking of which, let's say you've been with somebody for like 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. And you obviously, both of you guys are cool with family members and associated friends and so on, right? And this is 10 years. So like you have relationships with all these other people now.
10 years ain't even a long time.
Well, I'm just saying that is
15 at least.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I think you're more.
I think it's okay only.
I think it's only okay if it's like people
you
grew up
with.
No,
they didn't grow up together.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So it's like you have all these relationships, like she's cool with all your cousins and your uncles.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, man. When you're not with me, you're not with none of my family no more, bro. Kick rocks.
How I feel.
Like, get up out of here. Like,
why do you think some people justify that though? Like, I can't
because it's
help
hard.
it.
It's hard. No, because it is. I'm not saying it's an easy fucking thing because you become cool with people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, it's all about growth. So if that person can't, if she can't get out of your life, totally,
but what about the
really
cousins?
Growing.
What about the cousins and the ex? Like, say they're cool, and they know that y'all broke up, but like they still hold that. Like, if I was the cousin, like, oh bitch, bye. Whoever it is.
I also think it's a cool off period. Like, if you ain't had no contact with them and they ain't been trying to be around, like remember we were talking about.
They popping up at the family barbecues.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's like you ain't been with them in like 2 years and then they're still popping up at the fucking barbecues and shit, like, I'm like, come on, bro, like. Give me like 10 years, girl. You feel me? Give me 10 years of not seeing your fucking face before I could even say I could tolerate having you around me.
Fuck that.
You know what I mean? Give me at least. As long as I've known you, I need that much time apart after a relationship.
I feel like it's an ex is an ex is an ex. You can't come around, period. Fuck that if you're cool with my cousins. Y'all can kick it on the off time, but not at the family function. Because at the end of the day, that they broke up. That's because they.
Well, I'm saying,
like, because they never did nothing to the cousins or whatever. So it's like there's no bad blood.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's hard though because it's like people become cool. At one point, you were cool with your ex. At one point, y'all were in love, and at one point, you or we, whatever the fuck, because we're speaking hypotheticals, but like we were at one point in love with that person. And they knew our family, and they were tight, and all this and all that. So our family members can't help, and we can't help
because they never did nothing wrong to them. You had a bond,
exactly. You guys just didn't work out. Because like my mom, don't get me wrong, my mom is still cool with all my exes, but the difference is she's not trying to hang out with them.
Right.
She's not inviting them to the functions.
Right.
She's not this and that because she understands I'm her son.
Yeah.
And she knows what kind of situation that could lead to if I have a new woman
exactly.
in my life. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You can't come to the function. But y'all can kick it on the off time is what I think.
Or keep in touch or whatever. Like, how you doing? Like, because I think it's weird for anybody to be going and visiting some ex's
unless
family.
There's children involved.
If there's children involved, then all bets are off because you guys are family now, no matter what.
Yep.
Because no matter what, unless that you guys are super beefing and it's a problem, you're gonna see each other. You're gonna have to be around each other.
Restraining
you're gonna
order.
have to deal with each other. Well, whatever. I mean, some people can't. Support. Some people are like mortal enemies. You're not with me. Fuck you to the end. I don't care. My kid suffers or whatnot. And some people are more civil. I hate
that.
Because I've seen like I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've seen the good and the bad. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I've seen the good situations where mom and dad are married and they still can all come to the football games and watch the kid and they're like, they're real co-parenting and the dads know each other and the moms know each other, and they've also seen the mom that's like, fuck that motherfucker for life. Or the dad that just never comes around, period, because he can't stand how the mom acts and he's letting the mom talk him out or whatever the situation is, or the mom's like, get your shit right. I mean, there's so many layers.
I hate it when say you're not together with somebody no more and they got the kids and they use that as a pond. Like, you can't come and see your kid, and like pretty much use the kids as like a weapon. I hate that. Yeah. Like, if you got somebody that's willing to be in your life, not in your life, but in the children's life, because some people just say fuck it and don't be a deadbeat parent, male or female. It's like, if you guys don't get along, but they still trying to be there for the sake of the kids, but you ain't gonna let them see the kids because you're bitter. Like, how can you not give the child that time with the other parent? Like, how I could not do that. I don't got kids, but I could never do that.
You're not supposed to. It's not good. Now, don't get me wrong. If the other parent is bad for that child, I mean, that's something that's
different.
That's something that's gonna have to be dealt on a case-to-case
basis.
But
if they want to be there for the kids and have that time,
you have to, because the kid will resent you. The kid will be like, eventually, everything comes out. So the truth will come out. The kid will find out from somebody. He'll start hearing and piecing it together as he gets older. If the parent hasn't been truthful with them, eventually he's going to get the other parent's perspective, and he's going to try to make sense of it all,
Right.
and find out what makes sense to him, why this was, okay, that makes sense, why was this like, and he's going to have to go from there. So it's like, why make things difficult for your kid? You know what I mean?
That's
why
what I'm saying.
hurt
Like,
your kid?
it's so selfish. Like, I just don't understand why people do that. Like, if
It's
I
'cause
had
it's personal.
kids,
You still care like about how somebody did you, to the point
That's
where
so
you're willing
selfish.
to do whatever. You're blinded more by that than excuse me.
Look, if I had a kid and we didn't get along, I'm not gonna deny you from seeing your child. Hey, shit, take this little motherfucker and give me a break. Have some time. Look,
Talking
not some
like that, I'll
motherfucker, but you know what I
definitely
mean.
take my little motherfucker.
You know. But man, I just could never do that. But then again, I probably ain't gonna never have no kids.
You never know. The ones that say that usually end up getting their club shot up.
Hey, you know what?
Stay
My
woke.
new dude, he's like, well, I wouldn't mind. I'm like,
Never.
I am not gonna have
8 months later.
Oh, hell no. I can't, bro. I can't. Like, I'm so scared to get pregnant and give birth. Me personally, I would rather adopt a child than bring another one into this world. It's already fucked up. You know what I mean? I'd rather,
I'm just scared of this world. It's not even about kids. I love kids. If I could have more and I was in the position to
Right.
afford to take
And
care of
that's
them
another
all,
reason why I don't
then
wanna do
yeah,
it.
I mean, I would
not
love to
ready
have hell of them.
financially.
You know, I'd love to have a big family like I was, like 7 fucking kids and shit. You know what I mean?
but how you were coming up though was tough.
It was tough, but you know that's what I'm saying.
You have that
That's why I say
unity.
if I'm able to, if I was in
Right.
a position to do that, I'd go for at least like 3 more. You know, at least 3 more, just because I would want to do that with the right person. Of course, see, there's a lot of things, reasons why people don't have. There's a lot of variables. You can't have kids with everybody,
Man,
so you got to just
shit.
try to make an educated guess and get to know that person and hope you pick the right one.
Yeah,
And I feel
because
like
even after 10 years of knowing somebody, they can just...
you just gotta know.
Man,
you gotta
switch.
try to understand what you want. This is the kind of person you want. You can't make nobody be what you want. You gotta. The person that's meant for you is the person that is who they are and you're okay with who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess
Yes.
is the best way you could say it.
I totally
You understand they're not
understand.
perfect. They're this. They're that. Whatever the fuck the case is, but you know that's how I see it at least. you
No,
know?
I totally agree with you on that.
So, anyways, I think it's a wrap, yo. It's
Mm-hmm.
about that time. The Noinvite podcast, we're out. You know what I mean? That was advice from Steph, who be mobbing.
Well,
know
you
what I
more,
mean?
so we both gave equal advice, but you
I
know
ain't
what?
give no advice. Let's
you
get
did-
this straight.
Okay, so
Don't
look-
listen to me.
So,
Because I
but
talk
look,
a lot of shit on this
we
podcast
just
and I
getting
be joking.
perspectives.
Because I think that shit's hilarious and I really feel like that too. So you can't ever really tell if I'm on here at least. But
once again, stay hidden my inbox or Blaze's inbox for any kind of topics or questions we want to have discussed.
stay out my inbox.
Well, then you can forward them to
you
me.
can slide that into
Yeah,
the
forward-
No Invite
look.
podcast, and we'll let Patty deal with that or something. 'Cause the
But look,
no
just bring in those
invite
questions.
podcast. All y'all stay out my DMs. I'm in a relationship. I'm faithful. I don't want no problems.
Oh, yeah, 'cause we don't need her
leave me
going
out
off.
of it. You know what I mean? So if you got any advice on some real shit, you can hit Steph directly, or you can hit no_invite_podcast on Instagram. Drop some science in the DM. If you want to send us links on shit that we talk about to try to enlighten us, like we trying to learn too. So I'm open to information as long as it's as authentic as it can be.
Something that we can all relate to.
Don't spam me on some bullshit and be like, this is real, bro.
And what I meant by
Swear it
hitting
is.
you up was I should have said the podcast site, but my bad, bro.
Yeah, don't slide in my DM for shit.
Yeah, because yours is
I got
more
enough,
business.
I got enough
yours is more
music
business
and all kinds
oriented.
of shit
Yeah.
in there anyways. It's like music and business opportunities. It's like, yo, I'll lose you in the DM, or I'll think you're spam. Or I'll completely forget why you're there, because people will just act like they know what you're talking about and just jump right into it. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, and then I have to block you because of something. I'm thinking you're like a weirdo on some manifesto shit. Like, so keep it in the No Invite, or you can hit Steph directly. The No Invite, you can hit us with topics, ideas,
Any and
feedback,
everything.
whatever. Steph, you can hit her for
same.
the advice and feedback and all that. Steph's open to all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep rolling like we always do. I feel like we're getting better.
No, we for sure are.
I feel like it's like wine in the summer.
Because if you heard me on the first episode compared to now, big improvement.
Yeah, we getting there, and it's the evolution. I think this is where consistency plays a big factor too.
Yeah, just but
anything
the only
else.
last thing I need to learn is the fucking mic setup that I'd be fucking lagging on.
Nah, you need to learn to stop fucking drinking shit in the middle of making a point. Now I could see if like I'm talking, then you start putting your chapstick on, or you could
Eating
eat a grape,
grapes.
but while you're talking, and then you pop a grape in your mouth, and then you're like, yeah, and then I'm saying, no, it's like It's like, bro,
Boy,
nobody wants to hear you smack your
that
fucking
shows
food,
that I am
bro.
getting comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. But that's like
But-
you know what? I'm gonna bring that up the next episode. We might talk about that because you know those fucking videos where people like mic themselves up eating shit and they're just smacking the shit out of their fucking food.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying. I'm sorry,
Disgusting.
everybody.
Anyways, y'all know what it is. It's the No Invite podcast.
Hot diarrhea.
No, but we're talking about
But
it.
it
on
really
We're
happened.
talking about it on the next podcast though. So what are you talking about? You're just being now. You just want to argue because I'm not saying no. I'm saying I'm gonna talk about it on the next podcast, which
Okay.
means I'm gonna give it the same attention that we gave the shit and the diarrhea. And because it makes you uncomfortable, Patty, doesn't mean you gotta always go
you
against
said
everything else that you know. Just
You
because
said disgusting right
it
now
is
about
disgusting.
eating
That's my
on the
personal.
mic.
Oh,
That's
that
what I'm
is
talking
kind
about.
of.
You're like, that's disgusting.
It is.
Being in here
It is. But then she was
smacking
talking about when
on
we were
the
talking
mic.
about the
I'm like,
about
but
shit
it's-
last
but
time.
It's okay to talk about fucking.
But wait,
hot
maybe. Okay, look, we
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
touch.
discuss you. Doesn't
That's
discuss
not
me.
All right, everybody. So we're gonna touch base on all this next week.
What you think is gross doesn't mean that I think it's gross.
All right, everybody. It's the No Invite podcast.
shit.
Follow us at no_invite_podcast.
People shit out there.
And you can follow me, Steph B.
Somebody's
Mobbin
pooping right now.
and Blaze 2
Listening to
Diz.
this.
And we outie fight outie.